every day, we wake up to exciting news about how technology helped us progress as humans to surpass our capabilities or illnesses. For today's episode, we'll be sharing with you the newest tech that helps people with aphasia write their own stories. And did you know that a veteran actor recently revealed that he suffers from it? So keep on watching if you want to know more. In recent news, new technology enables aphasic persons to create their own stories. Together with Monash Health, speech pathologists, and their patients, students from the Monash Institute of Medical Engineering, MIME, and Monash Young MedTech Innovators, MYMI, have developed technology to help people with aphasia communicate. Project QWERTY is a distinctive configurable website that provides a high-tech yet a user-friendly answer to a life-changing healthcare issue by fusing technological know-how, clinical competence, and a lived experience of aphasia. Aphasia, for those who are unfamiliar, is a language disorder brought on by damage to a particular region of the brain that regulates language expression and comprehension. A person with aphasia finds it difficult to interact with others. Aphasia is a common side effect of stroke. Currently, 140,000 Australians are affected with aphasia, which can range in severity from mild to severe, but doesn't always affect cognition. Bruce Willis, a well-known Hollywood actor, recently revealed that he had aphasia. So, what are the causes of aphasia, and what do the creators of Project QWERTY have to say about their product? Aphasia can result from a stroke, brain tumor, or brain injury, and it affects 38% of stroke survivors. It might have a sizable effect on every aspect of a person's quality of life. Aphasia is a sign of brain injury rather than a disease. Aphasia can develop from illnesses such as brain tumors, infection, inflammation, head injury, dementia that affects language-related parts of the brain, and more. However, it is most frequently observed in people who have had a stroke. Project QWERTY's co-creator, speech therapist Jenny Walsh, said on their website that it enables people with aphasia to practice typing and spelling words that are important to them, like the names of their loved ones or even their own personal information, so they can fill out the paperwork on their own when they go to an appointment. The Healthcare Innovations Summer Scholarships (HISS) program, supported by MIME and MYMI, as well as Monash Health and its volunteers, provided funding for the research. The website is simple to use and quite useful, according to speech pathologist Grace Schofield, who was also involved in the research. Recently, she assisted a patient with practicing terms on the website so they could keep operating their own business. Some people will use the website as a tool to ultimately enable them to return to work by targeting words that are unique to their workplace. Others may use it to access an online newspaper or even footy scores, Schofield said. It's all about giving people with aphasia independence to live their lives. Not a lot of people are aware that approximately 1 million people in the US suffer from this sickness, and about 180,000 more acquire it each year. But if anything, Bruce Willis's revelation that he suffers from it has shed light on this illness. In March of this year, Bruce Willis revealed that he will be stepping away from acting because of aphasia. The 67-year-old actor, who is well known for his work in Pulp Fiction, The Sixth Sense, and the Die Hard series, among many other films, made it public through the help of his ex-wife Demi Moore on Instagram. To Bruce's amazing supporters, as a family, we wanted to share that our beloved Bruce has been experiencing some health issues and has recently been diagnosed with aphasia, which is impacting his cognitive abilities, Moore wrote in a post. As a result of this, and with much consideration, Bruce is stepping away from the career that has meant so much to him. This is a really challenging time for our family, and we are so appreciative of your continued love, compassion, and support. We are moving through this as a strong family unit and wanted to bring his fans in because we know how much he means to you, as you do to him. As Bruce always says, live it up, and together we plan to do just that. Moore, their children Rumer, Scott, and Tallulah, as well as Willis's present spouse Emma Hemming Willis, and their children Mabel and Evelyn, all contributed to the statement. People who have lately worked with Willis are worried about his cognitive impairment, according to an article in the Los Angeles Times. He had trouble remembering his lines and occasionally needed an earphone to be used to feed him his lines. His lines were sometimes cut, and more action scenes, especially those with intricate choreography, were progressively shot with a body double. Fans shouldn't be concerned that they won't see any new Willis movies for a time. Gasoline Alley and A Day to Die are the two movies he has coming out this year, while 8 more are either fully finished productions or in post-production, according to IMDb. But is there some form of treatment the actor, as well as the rest of the population who suffer from it, can do about aphasia. Aphasia can sometimes be cured without any medical intervention. However, in the majority of situations, language treatment should start right away and can be customized to the patient's specific requirements. Language and communication skills can continue to advance for many years, according to research, and they are occasionally accompanied by new activity in brain tissue close to the injured area. The origin of the brain injury, the part of the brain that was damaged, and the extent of that damage, as well as the person's age and health, are some of the variables that may affect the degree of rehabilitation. Reading, writing, following instructions, and repeating what they hear are all part of the rigorous tasks people who receive speech therapy complete. The use of computers in treatment could complement traditional language therapy. Aphasia therapy tries to improve a person's communication skills by assisting them in using their remaining language abilities, regaining some of their lost language abilities, and learning alternative communication methods such as gestures, drawings, or the use of electronic gadgets. While group therapy gives patients the chance to practice new communication skills in a small group environment, individual treatment concentrates on the individual's unique needs. Aside from Project QWERTY, several studies are being conducted as well as innovations are being developed to help people with aphasia. People with aphasia now have access to new tools thanks to recent innovations. With the flexibility and convenience of receiving therapy online, patients of virtual speech pathologists can do so at home. For those who struggle with spoken language, the use of speech-generating software on portable devices like tablets can be a useful option. Non-invasive brain stimulation combined with speech-language therapy is a relatively recent topic of interest in aphasia research. According to the National Institute on Deafness and Other Communication Disorders, NIDCD, transcranial magnetic stimulation and transcranial direct current stimulation are two such brain stimulation methods that momentarily change regular brain activity in the area being stimulated. These methods were initially employed by researchers to better comprehend the areas of the brain involved in language and post-stroke rehabilitation. Recently, researchers have been examining whether this brief change in brain activity could aid in language relearning. Several clinical trials supported by NIDCD are now evaluating these technologies. Concerning Bruce Willis, we're pretty sure the actor will do just fine, and he'll manage to deal with his aphasia. In fact, the actor made a return to Die Hard's filming location in a rare social media appearance following his diagnosis. Bruce Willis is seen visiting a famous Die Hard production location in a rare social media appearance. The actor went to Fox Plaza in California, where he is seen in a video that the actor's wife, Emma Hemming Willis, posted on Instagram. Detective John McClane, played by Bruce, defeated a group of terrorists who had taken hostages within the high-rise and renamed it the Nakatomi Plaza in the movie. Willis is shown in the black and white clip standing atop the building and taking in the vista. The video includes scenes from the 1988 hit as well. From this alone, it looks like the actor is eager to return to work and that there's a chance that he'll come out of retirement. Until then, we could only wish him well. In case you missed it, the actor continued showing up for work despite announcing his diagnosis earlier this year. Following the production of Midnight in the Switchgrass, Bruce Willis went on to star in 5 more of the movies made by producer Randall Emmett before quitting acting and disclosing his aphasia diagnosis. The actor's lawyer is talking about why the actor kept working after being diagnosed with aphasia. Willis's attorney, Martin Singer, spoke to the Los Angeles Times in response to his claims that the director of Midnight in the Switchgrass and regular collaborator Randall Emmett pressured the actor to perform despite his health difficulties. My client continued working after his medical diagnosis because he wanted to work and was able to do so, just like many others diagnosed with aphasia who are capable of continuing to work, Willis's attorney said in a statement. He further added, because Mr. Willis appeared in those films, they could get financed. That resulted in literally thousands of people having jobs, many during the COVID-19 pandemic. And with that, we're wrapping up today's video about the newest tech that could help people with aphasia write their stories, as well as news about Bruce Willis's aphasia. That's all for now. Thanks for watching today's video.